Recording now. And there we go. So, hello, Kenya team. Right. The purpose of this little Zoom meeting is to get you organized and to run through your flights and how that's going to work, who's going to pick you up on arrival, and all the other stuff, which we get so many emails, you'll start thinking about money, costs, budgets, phones, SIM cards, kit, personal admin, health and safety, Safari, how are you going to pay for it, So we're going to run through it, going to go through it systematically. So if at any point, you three that are here, you've got any questions, please just ask, because, we'll just get it nailed. So let's start with your flights, okay? So I'm just losing you here. Going to go to my flight sheet. Okay, so far I've got flights for all of you apart from Joshua. Everybody else is booked on the Qatar airline, and then you are all flying from Wilson Airport to Malindi. Now, we haven't got George, we haven't got your internal flight. So you might have sent it to us, but we haven't seen it, registered it. So we just need that. So as an overview, George, we want to know what internal flight you're on. Joshua, what flights you're on from start to finish. Okay, so with regard to your Qatar flight flying out, okay, what I highly recommend is, there you are, coming back to you, is that check yourselves in, go through and meet on the other side, okay? One of you, if you want to set up a WhatsApp, would be really sensible. That would be great. We can assist, but we don't really want to be part of the WhatsApp, because this is what happens. Everybody uses the WhatsApp throughout your journey, and before we know it, we're copied into what time you're meeting each other in the morning, noon, supper, and you don't really want us on there. So it'd be great if you guys, one of you, sets up a group WhatsApp. Meet on the other side. When you get to Nairobi, okay, you all collect your luggage and you come through arrivals, and there will be somebody there with the leap sign to pick you up, okay? They are going to be responsible for taking you in the taxi to Wilson Airport via, if your flight hasn't been delayed or anything like that, via the giraffes or some little excursion to make your day. Welcome to Africa, make it, all special. So the cost of that, I think it's about 20 pounds, 25 pounds. So just have that in cash, and then you can give that to the guides when you get to the camp, okay, on arrival. But that's all taken care of. When you return at the end of your trip, people kind of often change their flights when they're out there, stay longer. So what we're going to do is, just rest assured that you will fly back to Wilson Airport. We will again set up this taxi to pick you up, to take you to the main airport. So it's seamless, easily done. Okay, so no problem at all. When you get to Malindi, then you will be picked up from there, and it's about an hour and a bit drive to the camp at Vipingo, okay, where you'll be meet and greeted by everybody and start your adventure. So, any questions on the flights? Okay, I will recap next week with all the various weird and wonderful forms that you need to fill in, but please, have the three of you got your visa, your Kenyan visa? Great. If none of you have got your Kenyan visa, it takes 48 hours minimum to get through. So if you're dilly-dallying and think you're going to do it next week, please do it this week. Just get on. The last group, we had 2 girls who were in South Africa, and their visa didn't come through, and they missed their flight. It's really annoying. So get that sorted. Okay, so that is your flight admin, your itinerary. So you're going out for 5 weeks. And just as a recap of the main objective of the Kenya trip, yes, it's great fun. Yes, you work hard and you play hard and there's but just focusing in on what the project is all about. So the project was set up by great family friends of ours called Des Bowden, and he is a renowned conservationist up and down, the Indian Ocean. He set up the first reserve, kind of marine reserve, outside your house. You will see it. It is right there, and it is a kind of demonstration reserve which other people all the way up and down the Indian Ocean come to. It's pioneering is the word. Come to see how they're doing it, how they are increasing the health of the reef, which you will be instrumental in doing. Okay, so the reef regeneration, you will be snorkels on, learning about the plants, learning about reef pollution, and doing the coral gardening, collecting little bits of coral, planting it up, bits that the last group have planted, which is grown to sufficient size, you'll be replanting back in the coral. But that is only one side of the story. The bigger picture is, okay, we want to make the reef a healthier place, but to do that, we've got to teach and educate the fishermen for better fishing practices, because they overfishing, boats, flippers, you name it, the motors of the motorboats whacking the coral, that's where the damage happens. So you've got to address that issue too. Hence, the fishermen have now been built, all the leapers are involved in the farm so that it can grow fruit and vegetables to sell at the market as opposed to fish. In that, you go into the villages and help the wives and the families create other kind of income streams. And while you're in the villages, every single group builds 1 or 2 cookers for 1 or 2 families. You will see in their houses, they're very, very basic. They have open fires, which they cook on, but no longer. We are methodically going through each house and building them these state-of-the-art breeze block ovens. They are so simple, and part of your money pays for all those materials, and you will see the difference that they make. So the project, yes, it's got the marine element, but it's got the reforestation and the farming element. It's got the community element. You also go into the schools and teach the young about pollution. And so it's a really I think it's personally one of our programs I'm most proud of for what it stands in the world for making a difference. So that's your kind of daytime role. But of course, in the evenings, there's lots of fun to be had. Your house is right on the beach. There's a little swimming pool there. The sea is there. There's kind of volleyball. There's a few little bars. There's the Vipingo Club. There's going to Kilifi at the weekends. So there's lots to do. At this point in time, there's lots of local young Kenyans who are also down at the coast. So when you go to Vipingo, at the weekends, you will also meet lots of other interesting people that live in Kenya. So it's fun. You're going to have a good time. In amongst your itinerary, so you have first week and second week are really trying a bit of everything. Okay, seeing all the projects and dipping your toe into everything. Week 3, you go off on safari if you want to, but most people do, and I highly recommend it. And you will meet the safari guides out there, piece it together, whether you want to go for 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days, how you want to get there, whether you want to cycle, walk, fly, you name it. All those decisions get made then. Then when you come back from safari, week 4 and 5, you're going to have the option to choose what you're really interested in. And so if you say, actually, I love doing the marine research, you can crack on with that. I want to build more ovens. You can crack on with that too. So the last couple of weeks, you can be more specific with what you want to do. Okay. Any questions on the plans, the itinerary? No? Okay. Going into the details, such as money, how you're going to manage your money. Okay. The local currency is the Kenyan shilling. Do not try and get it out in the UK. It's a really kind of grubby, horrible, old note currency. So you get it out from the ATMs when you're there, and don't stress about it at the airport. Just, you'll be fine. Keep whizzing, you know, on day one. You will be taken to the local ATM in Vapingo on day one to get some local currency out. Okay, what type of cards? A lot of people take Revolut or Monzo card. Absolutely fine, they work well out there, but also just take a debit card. Please take more than one card. Okay, it's amazing how many people seem to lose a card, or a card gets gobbled up by a machine. So just have 2 cards on you. Paying for the kind of extra things, all your food and accommodation, and all that, everything is paid for. What do you spend your extras on? Possibly going out midweek, might go for a pizza, having a few beers as of an evening, that type of thing. So most people would probably spend, I think, kind of, well, it depends what you're going to do at the weekends, but budget about 100 quid a week, okay, extra. But it all comes down to how much you want to kind of go out in Kalifi on a Friday and Saturday night. Okay, telephones. There's Wi-Fi in camp. Okay, Wi-Fi is absolutely brilliant for WhatsApp, Instagram, It is not sufficiently big enough to start downloading movies and that type of thing. So there is a balance. The electricity, charging up your phone, Kenya has the same plugs as here, so you don't need a plug adapter. That's all very easy. But again, like your bank card, take 2 phones, okay? Because again, so many people drop them in the ocean, get them wet, drop them in the pool, smash them on the ground. Take 2, okay? So you have a backup. It's very easy to get a local SIM card when you're out there. And again, on day one, you'll be taken, and that will all be organized. Okay, any questions on the phones and money? No, all good. Okay, kit list, what to take. Okay, everything on the kit list is there for a reason. Most people spend most of their time in bikinis and swimmers pretty much all the time, but we need them to be semi-decent. Okay, just saying, girls, you know, we need a cover up with the bikinis. I know I sound like a real old lady, but there we go. I am. Sarongs, but quick drying clothes. It is hot and it is sweaty out there. So, you know, if you're looking at your jeans, you will not wear them. Okay, just take any piece of clothing which you know you can wear in hot, sweaty weather. There is washing facilities out there. Some of the local ladies in the house will wash it for about kind of $5 a load, or you just wash your own clothes in the shower and hang them on the line. But all of that is very manageable. Now, when it comes to the medical pack, take simple things. There's kind of the most common ailments in Kenya are infected mosquito bites, infected cuts. So anything you can get to prevent mosquito bites and to prevent, well, to keep cuts and mozzie bites, wounds, open wounds clean. Okay, Sudocrem is particularly good for all of that, but antiseptic cream. The other thing, which is very, very common, especially for girls, is the basic UTI. Okay, don't ask me why, but I think it's the dehydration, sitting around in wet swimmers all day. So anything you can get to assist with UTIs, whether, I don't think you can take preventative antibiotics, you would have to get that there, but go into Boots and get rehydration salts. Just be very mindful of it. Okay, that is very, very common. If you want to take anything for the kids out there, then do, but nothing plasticky, but, you know, jigsaws, skipping ropes, small notebooks, small reading books. If you've got anything lurking at home, I'm not saying go out and buy any of these things, but on the kit list, we've got some ideas of the type of thing that they absolutely love. If you've got a kind of bottom drawer at home and mum's desperate to get it cleaned out, then you might look at it and think, oh, actually, that game would be really useful. And, you know, it's something that the kids you could easily play and interact with the local kids. Personal admin on the health form. Now, I know most of you filled out the health form. Now, everything is on there that we've read is absolutely fine. But if there are any of you sitting on deep, dark secrets, which you don't think are important, please share with us, you know, especially when it comes to mental health, past issues, just overshare, okay? Because if we know before you get there, we can therefore assist. You know, the aim of us and our kind of leaders on the ground is to make sure you get the best out of your trip. So we, you know, if we need to know anything about you before you land that would be helpful, then let us know. Health and safety, okay? Just going back onto the to the mosquito bite. I'm not joking. The mosquito bite causes more problems than anything. Do not scratch them. I know that's impossible to do, but keep an eye on them. Okay, skin infections are very, very, very common. When it comes to safety, please don't dive into the swimming pool in the house. We've had that. It is not deep enough to dive into the pool at the house. Okay, don't go swimming after dark. Don't really go down to the beach after dark. You know, so there are basic measures that are in place to keep you safe. Okay, when you get out there, you know, you are at an advantage from just being a normal backpacker, because we've got people on the ground that live there and really know the lay of the land. So listen to their advice. We don't want to nanny you. We don't want to treat you like you're on a school trip. Far from it. That is not what we are all about. But listen up to their advice. Okay. Watamu is not great to go up at the weekends at the moment. It's really kind of hedonistic, and it's great if you've got private houses, but not of a backpacker. So listen to what they have to say and follow their guidance, because they're doing it. You know, I'm going there this summer, and you know, I always listen to what the local intel is saying at that moment in time and listen to it. Okay, so I'm just going through my little list just to double check. Kit list, post. Okay, there is no post to Kenya. There is if you want to DHL it and go through all that paraphernalia, but double check that you've got everything before you leave, especially when it comes to bank cards, second phones, medication, amazing. If people got mouth guards and they say, can I send a mouth guard? The answer is no. Okay, it will get nicked at customs. So don't leave anything behind, please. Okay, so that is everything that I want to let you know. You are in for such a treat. I am so envious. Actually, I'm not that envious because I'm following you. I think you might have finished by the time I get there. I think we get there the week you leave. But if you're still out there, then I will come and find you. So any questions? Are you sure?
I've got a little question about the malaria tablets, actually.
Oh, yes.
So do we have to start taking them a couple of days before we go?
Yes.
Okay.
And I want you to be very mindful with malaria, okay, and those tablets. Those tablets can make you feel really out of sorts, okay? So if you suddenly think, God, I feel really depressed. I never feel depressed. I feel really low. Oh my God, or I've got splitting headaches. Talk to the guys, because it can be a side effect of them. Okay, so just be mindful, and then we can make a different decision. You know, malaria out there, one of the girls in the last group did get malaria, but it is very easy. The doctors are brilliant in Kenya with malaria. It is very run of the mill. So you get tested, you get the dawa, and you would the medication, and you would feel better within 2 or 3 days. So don't be scared of malaria, the thing, but take the medication. If you feel weird on it, just let us know, and then we can discuss, you know, what the best solution is. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the doctors, they really are great out there. So if you needed to, if you cuts, bruises, or dodgy tummies or anything like that, it is very easy to sort out. Dodgy tummy is very, very common. So again, take medication for that. Okay. Okie dokes. Anything else? No, no, no. Great. Well, you're going to have a ball. And I wish you a very happy time. And we're here. So the office is closed Thursday and Friday, but then we're back in the Monday after the Jubilee weekend to answer any questions that week. And that week, I will just send you a last email with the don't forget. Please set up a WhatsApp group, which, you know, I literally have to kind of, you know, force somebody to do before your flight. Okie dokes? Okay. Well, over and out, and have a lovely Jubilee weekend.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Well done. Very friendly, mate.